Right, so this is a suggestion via Discord. The name of the video is This Mom Thinks She's Having Twins, then the doctor spots something incredible. Huh. Twins, eh? Alright, let's get it.
Mom thinks she's having twins, then doctor spots something incredible.
Let's check it out. I mean, what else could it
Lauren
be?
Perkins has always dreamed of becoming a mom.
Right.
After spending a difficult year trying and failing to fall pregnant, the idea of fertility treatment didn't seem so scary anymore. She and her husband David decided to take a vacation to Nicaragua to consider their next step.
Oh, she got like medical help. Okay, yeah. We're going to go ahead and forecast that it's going to be more than 2 kids.
Couple, along with some friends, did exactly that, and whilst there, Lauren talked openly about their struggles to conceive. One of their friends, a priest, replied calmly, "Someone up there has big plans for you. I don't know what, but it will be big." At the time, it sounded strange, but Lauren would soon realize the words really carried some weight. On the contrary, her and David had decided on one thing: they wanted to try out artificial insemination, the simplest method of assisted fertilization.
All right, let's go.
Lauren was convinced that it wouldn't work, that she was destined to be barren, but it did. Lauren finally fell pregnant. In the first routine check, Lauren was told by nurses that her HCG levels were very high. That meant there was a strong possibility there was more than one child growing inside her. Lauren and her husband were delighted at the idea that they might have twins or even triplets. They'd struggled for so long to have a child that the idea of having more than one was too good to be true.
Okay, so that happened
Then
3.
the ultrasound came. A staggered doctor studied the screen for a few seconds and delivered the shocking news. The doctor quietly told her, "I count 5 in there," and Lauren thought it was impossible.
Oh!
The doctor turned back to the screen and then continued, "Wait a minute, I just found a 6th baby." The confused couple stared at the screen in complete shock.
Okay,
6. Lauren and David were then faced with a difficult decision. Either they could reduce the amount of children or keep them all. The chances that all 6
All right, like it's a button. Just reduce the children.
babies would survive the pregnancy were low. To have 6 at the same time brings on a number of dangerous complications.
Yeah, guys, I can imagine. Like, what is her body going to go through attempting to deliver 6 kids? Is she going to attempt to do it naturally, or is this going to be like a C-section? I would probably say that a C-section would probably be better for her, for the sake of her, at least, right? This sounds very dangerous, and I don't know if I would tell my wife to do this. I'm just going to be honest here, guys. Like, that's a lot of children at the same exact time. But,
After much deliberation, Lauren
That's
and
a
David
lot.
finally decided to give all 6 a fighting chance. Their doctors promised to do everything they could to ensure every baby was delivered safely. The hospital went through with a mighty effort to avoid the complications associated with birth. Monday morning, April 23, 2012, the day arrived. Lauren was on week 30 of her pregnancy, and children born before the 37th week are considered premature. A total of 35 people from the hospital gathered inside the delivery room. As the birth got underway, the doctor needed the help of 6 nurses standing by to receive each baby as it came into the world. No easy task, and certainly one rife with stress. I was nervous and excited all at once. It was starting to sink in that this was for real. I was going to have 6 babies, Lauren said. It took a total of 4 minutes to deliver all 6. Andrew, Benjamin, Caroline, Leah, Allison, and Levi all weighed between 1 and 2 pounds at birth. Lauren said, "I didn't expect to see my babies until the next day, but each baby's team rolled them by me one by one on their way up to the NICU, and I got to touch their little fingers." The children weren't healthy enough to be with their parents for the first few days. At 4 days old, Allison was the first baby in a stable enough condition to be held. It took the nurse 10 minutes to get all the wires and monitors up so Lauren could hold her, but what a feeling. And that moment, when I got to hold my baby, was when I became a mother of sextuplets, Lauren explained. The first few weeks were crucial in the lives of the babies. Their parents still worried about complications that could potentially lead to disabilities or worst-case death. Fortunately, though, all 6 recovered slowly but surely. After many intense weeks of love and care from the staff in the neonatal facility, the family were able to hold all of their angels. 5 of the babies were able to go home at 4 months old, and little Leia had to stay in hospital for an additional few weeks as she was the smallest and had struggled for space inside the womb. She was literally buried under everybody else in the womb, said Lauren. So she didn't
Right.
get the right nutritional flow and her brain wasn't fully developed.
So this was the number 6.
The family has had an abundance of support from loved ones, which has helped them immeasurably when it comes to getting through the hardest and most difficult of periods. Donations from others have also come in, both from family and complete strangers touched by the birth and Lauren's story.
Yeah, guys, I would definitely suspect most likely the community rallied around her and was like, listen, you never had a kid before, but now you're about to have 6 at the same time, right? You're going to need a bigger house going forward. Maybe not right now, but you're going to need a bigger house. All of your bills are about to increase drastically. Hopefully the children won't have to start working at 9 type of thing, guys. But yeah, money needs to come into this house immediately.
Lauren, of course, has high praise indeed for all the medical staff involved. Without them, the children may never have been strong enough to go home.
Guys, a crazy number, guys, with 3 boys and 3 girls.
My doctor was the best, and I'm forever grateful to him for the level of care I received, Lauren says. Also, the NICU staff who put in hours upon hours getting our children ready to come home and teaching us the ins and outs of preemie care. So many of these people have a special place in our hearts and family. Only recently, Andrew Noah, Benjamin Luke, Caroline Grace, Leah Michelle, Allison Kate, and Levi Thomas celebrated their 6th birthdays.
Does everyone have 2 names?
The family has adapted to a newer, more full-on way of life. I call it semi-controlled chaos, Lauren told Today. We had to get very scheduled and very structured and organized, especially in the first year. The boys, Andrew, Benjamin, and Levi, and 2 of the girls, Allison and Caroline, are perfectly healthy today. Leah, meanwhile, has had things a bit tougher as a result of her brain not being fully developed prior to birth. She'll probably needed to be cared for by her parents for a long time to come.
Right.
That said, she has started school along with her siblings. She goes to general preschool for children with disabilities, but she always gives 100% and laughs all the time. She's our sunshine, Lauren said. What an incredible story, what an incredible family. We wish the 6 children all the very best in the future and look forward to seeing how they're doing in a few years. Share and like if you think their story is a heartwarming one.
Oh, it's great, guys. It's a great story. Imagine. I mean, it's rough. It's going to be rough for the family completely, right? But it's a great story. Someone who could not have kids, now they were able to have kids, but they didn't expect to have 6, but then they had 6 all at the same time, right? I'm sure she most likely got her tubes tied after this, though. Keep that in mind. I'm almost positive. But that's not the point, right? I'm definitely glad they chose to do the premature route, basically scheduling it, because I think if you attempted to make the babies come fully to term, that would have been rough, and I think you would have had a couple of more children with like slight development issues, guys. I'm telling you, full term, and then I'm not sure she would have made it. Right, but I mean, I can't say that. I'm sure there are people who've had kids to term, allegedly. I have no idea, guys. Right, but if that's the case, if you had 6 or more kids and you had them naturally and you held them all to term, I have questions, guys. Right, but all right, guys. Listen, great story. No complaints here. Let me know in the comments of the next thing I should be checking out, and I will get into that as soon as I possibly can. All right, then listen. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.